otherwise. It'd be a dick move. Be like, hey, you, guy in the front row, quit being a fucking dick. So how's everybody doing tonight? Jesus, what are we at a funeral? Yeah. So I'm not at all prepared for this, so it could be a fucking disaster, but I like to live my life by the seat of the pants, so let's find out what's going on in the world. Today, I came to Springfield. I don't live here. I live elsewhere. You don't need to know because it's a small shit speck of a town in the middle of fuck all. But I came to the big old city. What did I see today when I came to the big city? I saw a police car. Not just, an ordinary police car. There's a police car in this town that's like an old Corvette Stingray. Have you seen this? Anybody else seen this? Fuck that car. I love classic cars. I love fast cars. I love badass cars. This is all three of those things. And then it says police right on the side. Fuck you taking everything that's good away from me. But that led to something I've never seen before. We were at a stoplight, and a car full of black people pulled up next to this car and instigated a conversation with the police. I have never once in my entire life ever seen a black person actually go, hey officer, let me talk to you for a second. I'm pretty sure it's usually the other way around, like, where do you think you're going this time of night? It's 12 in the afternoon. Yeah, it's a little late for you to be out, isn't it? But that was interesting. I actually turned down the stereo because I was interested to hear the conversation. Like, that's a badass car. Oh yeah, but I couldn't hear anything, so I had to make it all up in my head. So for all I know, they were probably like, "Fuck you, pig," But it's just how I would have been because I was so angry. So I'm single, ladies. How y'all doing? I can't see any of you because it's bright up here and it's dark out there, but I think you sound sexy tonight. If not, you are up here, That's the good thing about being single is that every woman is just a blink away from being whatever I want her to be. I just close my eyes and you could either be I don't know who's hot right now, the most beautiful woman ever. I don't know, somebody, the Ellen DeGeneres, right? She's hot. I don't know, I have bad taste. But at the same time, I could also blink my eyes, and next thing I know, I'm banging Abdullah the Butcher for all the fuck I care. I've got strange fetishes. They range. It's actually a big fear of mine. I never knew that fetishes were a thing until recently. I started looking around on the internet, and I found out that pretty much anything you can think of, somebody's fucking it. And that's kind of frightening. ShamWows, I know there's video of some dude out there banging a ShamWow right now, and he's like, it's easy cleanup. But it's weird though because I discovered things there's a video of a girl in a wheelchair who has she cannot get up. She has crippled legs with little spindly legs, right? And she is in the street in some European city just doing her thing in public. I'm that is the weirdest. Why are you not just driving down the road just being are you lost, girl? Do you need help? Is there something wrong with you? Where are your parents? Who the fuck does that? I don't know. The internet has definitely changed sexuality. Okay, when I was growing up, there were normal straight kids, whatever normal, and then there was gay kids. That was it. That was the two options. You were gay or straight. That was it. Now they've got, lesbian, gay, transgender, queer, I don't fucking know. It's 1,000 letters now. There's a sexuality for everything, and it kind of makes me nervous because I lost where I fit. I'm I kind of want to fuck half all of that. Is there a category for that? Anything that I don't have to actually put effort or emotion into, I don't want to love it. I just kind of want to finish and do the rest of my day. It's kind of like Super Mario for the sex world, a couple of pumps, go down the pipe, and you're done. So is anybody paying any attention to the news, what's going on around the world? Because I know, most of us don't give a shit what's happening in our own town, but if you haven't been paying attention, Russia's a bunch of dicks again lately. And that surprised me because I thought we had worked out our problems with Russia. I thought we were cool. We were this wall sucks, tear it down. And they did, and we were all right, Russia, you're cool, man. You did what we said, we can get along. It's all right. We turned our back on you for a couple of decades. Next thing you know, you're fucking attacking the Ukraine again, and being dicks, and being all, Russia, It's fine. rest of America may have forgotten during like the 90s and the 2000s. I remember Rocky 4 and Rambo 3. I will fuck you up, Russia. God damn, commies. You might have changed your titles, but we were raised to hate you. It's not true. I don't really hate Russians, but it just makes it so interesting that like that's the enemy we hated when I was a kid, and now they're being dicks again. So it's like, fucking great. Somebody I can hate without being an asshole. Because that's the thing, I have a lot of hatred in me. You might not be able to tell, because I'm so friendly. But I do. I carry a lot of bitterness and anger, and it used to be okay, because I could just be like, fuck you! And no, everybody was like, oh, that's fine, he just doesn't like that guy. And now they're like, hey, that guy that you just said fuck you to, he's a ginger, and they have, like, feelings, man. Who gives a fuck? All I said was, fuck you! Why is that so bad? I mean, I was offering to have sex with him, maybe. You don't know. But, I mean, and now everybody's just like, it's so narrowed in. Everybody's got their own little fields, and if you're upset with anybody for anything, you're a racist, a sexist, an assist. I don't know. You're just, somebody's got a label to put on you, and I don't like it. I'm tired of that. I just want to be hateful. I have no idea where I was going with that, but I do think that's silly that people are like, you can't be angry with somebody without being some kind of an asshole. You've got some label on you, and that's just ridiculous. But so like I said, I was saying earlier, I am single. I did have a girlfriend until recently, but I had to break up with her though, because she was working at Subway, and I kept telling her to make me a sandwich, and she was like, that's sexist. I'm like, it's your fucking job. I don't understand women. I mean, I try to go to the bar and pick women up, but they always wake up halfway home, start kicking the trunk. I mean, you talk about killing a boner, dude. I mean, seriously, calm down, we're almost there. Shit. Ain't gonna like what happens when I'm done. I'm giving her bus fare. I'm not gonna drive home. I mean, I'm not a dick or anything. I don't know why I'm staring at Murr, but it's entertaining to me. But he's waving. It's cool. So, okay. I've been kind of ending my set with this joke for a while, but I know that there's a lot of you that haven't seen me, so I don't feel bad running through it one more time. But I'm going to wrap it up by talking about how I love this town. This town, specifically Springfield, because I do live in a shithole, and this is the big city to me. So I come here, and it's great because I can do things like use public transportation, which sounds ridiculous to a lot of people, but I do worry about things like the environment. I drive everywhere, and it sucks. And the other good thing about public transportation is I can ride a bus and I meet people. I love to meet people. You see great things when you're on the bus. Like the other day, saw a woman breastfeeding. Dude, that's beautiful. You don't see that everywhere. You don't really see that when you're driving either. But then all of a sudden this woman started freaking out. She was like, that is disgusting, and it's evil, and you're gonna go to hell. I'm like, shit, maybe I shouldn't be jerking off right now. What do you want? So I decided to get out of it, right? I'm like, I gotta go. I'm ringing the bell, the bus stops. I'm like, fuck, cops are gonna be coming. Where do I go? I see like a little stand of trees over here, right? Like, bucket, beeline for the trees, right? What do? I go through the trees. I find a bear. Do you know what you do if you come across a bear? You apologize and you wipe it off. That's what you do. But then I left there, and somehow I managed to find where I had parked my car originally. I was like, fuck public transportation. I gotta get out of this town. Turns out, locked my keys in my car. To make matters worse, I'm in front of an abortion clinic. Do not go in and ask if they have a coat hanger. They will get very pissed off. All right, folks, that's all the time I got. So I appreciate you coming out, having a good time, laughing with me, and letting me be a jackass. And you all have a good evening. Thanks to the Outland for having us, and welcome Murr back to the stage.